Hi and welcome to Bess Mahaney Pilates. Today I wanted to do a short video on how to help if you have a headache. So I don't really get them that often, but when I do, I have this little routine that I do. So we'll get started. So I do a little neck stretching and then I use the foam roller. So we're going to stretch the neck first. So you want to make sure when you're stretching your neck, you're being very gentle because the muscles in the neck are really thin and sensitive. So the first thing I do is sit up tall, and then you can also do this sitting on a chair. I bring one hand behind me and then I just take one hand and bring it to my ear. So I've got my hand in my ear and I'm just letting my head drop to one side. You can also fold that opposite arm behind the back and then allow that shoulder to drop down. And I'm really taking the whole weight of my head and letting it drop towards the shoulder. Right, then what I do is I turn my chin down towards the armpit and get another stretch that way. Sometimes it goes deeper and you can feel it all the way down into the upper trap that way, and keep breathing. And then I come back. I kind of move my head back and forth till I find the spot that's where it feels the tightest and it's starting to release for me. Another breath there. Then release gently. I'm going to go to the second side. So I can reach that hand back behind me or fold my elbow behind my back. And then just hold my head to the side. I feel more of a stretch today by having my hand back. And this hand is resting on the top of the ear. Breathing in and out. And I'm really pulling my head to the opposite shoulder. And I'm going to fold my hand there and see what happens. Then I'm going to turn my chin down towards that armpit and really let everything go. And now I feel a big stretch. So it really depends where your head is in that stretch. A couple more breaths there. And then I just sort of let my chin drop down, and I'm going to kind of do this side to side motion. Right, you can help your head move also if you'd like when you do that side to side motion. Still feels like it's pretty tight there. And then let your head come up gently, and then I just drop it back a little. Let it rest there. Then I bring my head up and I turn side to side. Actually, this is good to do every day. Neck stretches. So you keep your neck tension to a minimum. And then I drop my head all the way down. You can hold your hands behind the head too as well for that position. Then I bring my head up and I'm going to take one more kind of turning the head side to side till I find the tightest spot back to that area. And switch. You can literally do some neck stretches for like 20 minutes. Until you really feel the release, and your neck muscles may be a little sore. So that means you really got some good release. All right, then I release again. Now, I also use the foam roller sometimes. So I get down on the foam roller and I'm going to put it right under my neck, just like this. And what that does is it creates a little traction in the neck. and my arms can be here, or you can hold the roller. And then I kind of roll my head side to side, or turn my head, whatever gets the stretched feeling like it's a little more intense. And then sometimes you can feel, if I move it back a little, I can feel it really creating traction and some myofascial release on my occipital bone, which is the lower bone in the back of your head, which feels really good. And you know, I let it roll farther away, and then I'm getting, so your neck is in flexion. You just have to be careful whenever you're doing things with your neck, like I said in the beginning of the video. Turning the head side to side. So those first few stretches really helped because I don't feel as much tension now as I do this traction part of my neck. Side to side, maybe just a tad, feeling it releasing on those occipital bones and the upper traps. Yeah, a little more on the upper traps here. But it's definitely releasing. And then I'll show you one more spot. Sometimes I come just on the shoulder blades here, all right, and kind of roll. And I bring my arms back here because it gives me a little more opening of my chest. Everything's connected here. I hold my head in my hands. Sometimes you can bring your elbows in and get a little more stretch on those rhomboids and lower traps. You just kind of have to experiment a little bit. Then the real good part is right under the armpit. That's real connected. So I kind of roll onto my side and put that roller right under my armpit, and I'm getting that serratus anterior and a little lower onto the lats. And it's literally right under my armpit, and I feel some tightness there. Yikes. But that's definitely going to loosen up your neck, because it always does for me. So somehow that's all connected from the neck all the way down underneath, and even your pecs here. And so you can roll right under there, where the arm actually connects to your body there. It's very eye-opening there. You feel this. And again, be gentle. If anything is really uncomfortable, you just want to stop. And then I kind of roll back a little, and I can get that connection a little bit more close to the bottom of my shoulder blade. Yeah, this side feels kind of tight, so I'll roll just for a second, because I actually had a headache, and it was kind of on this side of my head, around the temple area and the forehead. So I think this side is where I need to release a little bit. And then you can simply just come to the other side. That feels like I released a little bit. Okay, get right down on that roller in my armpit. Yeah, this side feels like it's a little tight as well. Even though the headache was on the other side, but it's all right. Do both sides. I'm sure we have the same amount of tension on both sides of the neck and around my bottom of my shoulder blade and underneath. Serratus anterior. Yeah, this side feels not as sensitive or tender. Sometimes I go in with the elbow a little and roll there. Yes, this would be something good to do every day. Maybe as a headache prevention. All right. That side feels better too. All right, you can also, this will be another video since I have to go against the wall, take this pinky ball and put it right there on the shoulder blade, the rhomboid area, roll around on that. That's another video. Have a great day. Thank you for watching.